Note fans, prepare to be impressed. There's some great new tech on offer here with the Note 9, and even if you're not a Note fan necessarily, you may consider this to be one of the best phones in the world right now. Let's kick things off with how the S Pen has been improved. After all, that is one of the main things that make the Note series so unique and compelling. I'm pleased to say that Samsung has made big improvements here on the Note 9, and the S Pen now has its own power source and Bluetooth functionality. Samsung demoed this nicely in the launch event in Brooklyn, New York, by taking pictures on the Note 9 remotely, just using the S Pen. It can be used to open any app, although it's set to the camera by default, and can be used up to 30 feet away from the phone. This is much better and easier than using the timer on the camera app itself, and we really like it. Just long press to open the camera, double click to open, swap between the front and rear cameras, and one click to take your photos. Amazingly, the S Pen on the Note 9 can be charged incredibly quickly. Just 40 seconds will give you 30 minutes of use. The battery inside the Note 9 is huge. It's a 4000 mAh unit, which we would anticipate as being enough to get even the most powerful of power users through the day. And that's despite the fact that the phone has a new larger screen. Okay, so you don't actually notice that it has a larger screen than the Note 8 unless you hold the two up side by side. But what you will notice is that the screen is amazing. This could well be the best screen on the market today. It's a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED panel, and even though the 516 pixels per inch isn't the highest PPI we've ever seen on a spec sheet, in reality, the screen is stunning. I really look forward to using this phone over the next few weeks and putting together my review for you, so make sure you're subscribed for that. As with all the reviews on Direct Mobiles, I'll make sure it's in depth, and if there are any flaws lurking there, I'll find them. Speaking of flaws, Samsung has added a new flaw detection mode to make sure that you don't inadvertently end up with pictures ruined by something like someone blinking. They've also added AI abilities to the phone, so it knows what it's photographing to an extent. The camera tech is, unsurprisingly, extremely high quality, and as the fingerprint scanner on the back has been moved out of the way of the lens, you shouldn't smudge it up. But even if you do, the Samsung will let you know. Samsung really has gone out of their way to make this phone intelligent and easy to live with. The camera tech is as follows. The main camera is a dual 12 megapixel setup, one wide and one telephoto, while the selfie camera is an 8 megapixel unit. And of course, you'll be able to film in stunning 4K with this device too. We expect all the bases to be covered here, and I'll be testing the camera and video capabilities in detail. I'll even be putting it up against all the competition, so stay tuned for that. This phone is no slouch. It's powered by the Exynos 9810 chipset. You can also choose between 6 or 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB or 512 GB of storage. And that's before we even get into the expandable storage. I mean, this is a beast of a phone. You won't have to worry about freeing up space on this device, that's for sure. The Note 9 is running 8.1 Oreo out the box, and as you'd expect, pretty much all the bang up-to-date modern tech you could ever want is here. But that doesn't mean that you lose the good old-fashioned and much-loved headphone jack. Thank you, Samsung. With over 23 years of award-winning customer service, find your next phone at Direct Mobiles.